was said after the Ayr defeat that you seem to play better away from home. Is that pressure on, or do you think things have eased at all?
Look, people always speak in football about pressure when you don't win games of football, and when you win games of football, pressure's eased and all that. To play at this level, you've got to be able to deal with pressure every week, and there's pressure regardless. Certainly on a personal note, and I think, again, I speak on behalf of the boys in the team, it doesn't matter if you're home or away, we're looking to win every game of football. We know the position we're in, but we're under no illusions of, every game at home and away, it's just as tough. So certainly not a mindset thing, certainly, and I know the boys in the dressing room certainly can deal with pressure in that side of things.
You got a good point at Tannadice, obviously last time, but it was a controversial meeting here more recently. Any reason you can't go there and win? No,
we can definitely go there and win. Obviously it's the first time I've played Dundee United being at Inverness, but I know certainly from watching the replay down at Tannadice, the boys were great, and especially up here when I watched it on TV as well, the boys done great. But we're under no illusions it's going to be a tough game against Dundee United. They're up the top end of the table for a reason, fighting for a title, but certainly go down there and put a footprint on the game.
There's pressure on them as well, of course, in terms of the title fight. I mean, might that work to your advantage?
Yeah, again, every game in this league I go into, and so do my teammates, I know that for sure, that we'll go to win the game. We're not on, we'll go down there, okay, Dundee United again, you're on about pressure, but they'll have their own pressures, and we've got our own pressures, and it's how we deal with it on the day, and I'm sure we'll deal with it just fine.
You are obviously focused on what you do rather than what's been going on behind the scenes with politics and all the rest of it, but has that impacted you at all, any of that nonsense?
Nah, never look at that. I've came here to do a job for Inverness, to help them stay in the league, to push up the league when they can, and to make myself a better player and do the best for this football club. That's all I can focus on.
Always.
Being a Dundee player, going to Tannadice.
Thought that was coming.
Is it something that you relish, or what goes through your head?
Yeah, I'm buzzing for it.
Aye.
I've played in Dundee derbies. I've been lucky enough to win some. I've been unlucky enough to lose some as well, being on the receiving end of defeats, and to be a fan of the team across the road's one thing, but to go and play against them is always something you look to relish in a game of football, no matter what team you're with. And again, I'm buzzing for the weekend, buzzing to go down there and play football. You know what I mean? That's what I'm here to do at the end of the day, and I'm buzzing to go and do it.
Welcome any grief that you get from the fans for being a Dundee.
Yeah, yeah, of course, and some of my best pals are Dundee United fans, and I take it on the daily anyway, in terms of abuse, but as you say, in jest.
Aye.
And it's all part of the game, but come 3 o'clock I'll just be focused on the game and trying to help Inverness.
From your experience of being there, playing in the derby matches, if you can frustrate them in this game on Saturday, you feel as if the home crowd can be frustrated in that way.
Yeah, definitely, and I go back to the question that was posed before. You're on about pressures and stuff, and it's how you deal with it, and you go and put your own stamp on the game, and we are going to have to go there and frustrate them, and that's our job to go and do, and hopefully we can do that, especially early doors in the game.
At Inverness, you played more of a midfield role compared to maybe a more defensive role at Dundee.
Yeah.
Did you ever, forgive me, did you ever play midfield sort of role at Dundee, or
I had, but genuinely it was only 1 or 2 games. Growing up as a youngster, I'd kind of played in every position, and I think that's probably, I'd like to think it's maybe benefited me in some way. And to be honest with you, I've loved going in there. I don't want to be, I don't want anyone to be thinking that, he's maybe out of position or that. I go and play wherever I'm put, and I'm more than happy to go in there. And I must say, I've enjoyed it, I've relished it, but it probably wasn't my best game at the weekend on a personal note. But more than wanting to bounce back this weekend with a good performance. I know by my own standards it wasn't good enough from me playing in the middle, even if people do think it's out of position. I don't think that way.
Seeing you in midfield, you've actually impressed quite a few guys in the press box, especially surging forward. So is it something that you might consider in the future, maybe trying to change your position?
Yeah, again, I know that for basically all my career I've played wing back, I've played full back on either side, even probably outer centre halves and a 3, but I think as well, like, you want to learn the game all the time. You want to be better wherever you can be. And for me, it's just another, a string to my bow where I could play if needed, and maybe other people look at it and go, tell you what, well, he can play there. And again, I'm obviously a lone player, so trying to do my best for this club, and that, see where it takes you.
Obviously, you've racked up a lot of experience, over the years, Cammy, and just how much have you enjoyed trying to sort of impart that on the group here, since you made the move in Germany?
Yeah, I've loved it. Again, I can only talk about personal experience. Before, I've only known one club really, apart from my first loan spell at Peterhead. But there's a really good group of people in there, and not just in the footballing side of it. The people that are in the office, the people that look after you day to day, they care so much about the football club, and that's a start on its own. Obviously, I speak on behalf of the footballing side, but again, loving come in, and hopefully people can take something from my experience. I say experience, I'm only 28.
Yeah.
I've got so much to still learn in the game. It's been great coming in under the gaffer who's got massive experience, and playing under these people. So again, the more I learn, the more I can help people, it's only going to kind of be positive in the future, I hope.
Perfect.
Great.